The N64 Nintendo Switch Online controller is probably the hardest controller to find right now. When it was up on Nintendo's website for sale, it was immediately sold out, never to be seen again, just to come back for a couple minutes and then be sold out immediately again. Scalpers are having a field day with this, charging not double, not triple, but some even quadruple the price of the original $49.99 price tag. But today in this video, I tell you friends, we finally got our hands on the Nintendo 64 controller for the Nintendo Switch Online service, and we're going to unbox this bad boy and see how it stacks up against the original Nintendo 64 controller to tell you if this is actually worth the $50 price tag. Okay guys, here is the N64 Nintendo Switch Online controller. Been waiting forever to get my hand on this bad boy. So here it is. Here's the back. Nothing too special. Let's go ahead and open up this bad boy and see what we got inside. The packaging looks pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Flip it over and there it is in all its glory. Now this did come from eBay, I believe. The guy that gave this to me bought it off eBay, so I'm not sure if this was opened previously or not, but it looks like this USB-C charging cable that comes included with it definitely was not opened. This is definitely sealed, and there we go. So it does come with a charging cable if you already have one, which I'm sure you do because all your stuff for the Switch uses USB-C. You already have one of these, so now you have an extra one. So that's nice that it comes included. I have so many of these laying around the house. So here's the meat and potatoes here. Here's the controller, and my God, this does feel absolutely fantastic. It's got some weight to it. I'm kind of surprised the weight. It looks good, feels good. The back, it looks like an N64 controller. They filled in a little gap here where the rumble pack goes, which is nice. I think that's what gives it some weight. You got the buttons on the back. Looks like you have a capture button, the sync button, the home button, and a ZR button. Your L and R buttons right there. So there you go. You still have access to all of that. Nice, nice. And then, of course, right there is your port to charge it. It looks, feels great. How does it play? Remains to be seen. Oh, that feels good. Feels a lot more stiff. The joystick felt a lot more stiff. It doesn't wiggle around. Yeah, it doesn't wiggle around. You guys know the Nintendo 64 controller has known to, you know, the joystick's not the greatest, but it looks like this one's pretty good. Right? It looks fantastic. I do have a controller we're going to compare it to see how it feels. But I'm super impressed. Right here is the controller that I got. Let's go ahead and put it side by side. And one thing I am noticing right away is this actually is not a official Nintendo 64 controller that I'm comparing this to. This looks like a third party because it doesn't have the Nintendo logo. But, oh well, we're still going to compare it to see what it looks like. And it's pretty identical. Obviously, we got the extra buttons on the Nintendo Switch one, but pretty close, if I do say so myself. For a third-party controller, they did a good job mimicking it. And as you can see, like I said, there's no Nintendo logo there, so that's how I can tell this is third-party. But just to give a feel, it feels pretty good. The D-pad feels a little weak on this one. You can tell this is a third-party controller, but as you can see, Nintendo did a great job replicating the N64 controller for the Nintendo Switch. This looks amazing. Feels great. Wow. Super happy with this, man. I am super happy. I can't wait to, you know, play an N64 game and see how everything feels. I'm going to play a few Nintendo 64 games and then tell you guys what I think about this controller. And let's take this to the main menu and see what it does, because I'm sure there's new sound effects and everything, just like all the other controllers. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay guys, here we are on the main menu of the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to go to the controllers so you guys can see that I do have the Nintendo 64 controller connected to the Switch here, and then we're going to go ahead and just open up the Nintendo Switch Online Nintendo 64 service so you can see exactly what this controller does, because it makes different noises once you have this thing connected, and I do want to show that off. As you can see, just did like a little power up noise. And when you select your games here, it'll make a different noise as well. I'm going to go ahead and show that off here as well. So as you can see on the upper left hand corner, it does say that we have the controller connected, and it makes different noises just like the other controllers. I believe the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo controllers all do the same thing. And there you go. And it makes a new noise when you turn it on as well. So there you guys go. I just wanted to show that off and show you that it does make different noises as well when you select games and in the menus and stuff like that. Well, there you have it, guys. This has been a look at the N64 controller for the Nintendo Switch Online service. I think it's fantastic. It feels pretty much just like the original Nintendo 64 controller. I was really impressed with the rumble that they have added in to this. It's a pretty strong rumble, which was quite nice. It kind of caught me off guard at first. But yeah, definitely worth the $49.99 in my opinion. If you plan on playing a lot of Nintendo 64 games on your Nintendo Switch, this is definitely a must-have. Unfortunately, it's sold out everywhere and you can never seem to find it. So definitely try to, hold out. Hopefully Nintendo stocks it up soon on their website. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen anytime soon. I have no faith in that. But right now, the only time you can get this is online through the scalpers, which is a darn shame. Special shout out to David for sending the controller. Definitely do appreciate it, my man. Couldn't have done this without you. And that's pretty much all for right now, guys. And as always, there'll be more to come shortly. Thanks again. To help out the Van Buren 20 channel, you can now press the new thanks button YouTube just rolled out. By pressing this button, it now allows you to donate to your favorite content creator so you can show your support. Don't forget, you can also show your support by pressing the join button that makes you become an exclusive member of the channel that gives you access to exclusive emojis that you can use in the live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and as always, there'll be more to come shortly, guys. Thanks again.